When it comes to baby wearing, there's lots of questions about how to baby wear safely, different types of carriers, but one of the most common questions I actually get relates to diaper bags. So I thought I would just show a little parenting hack today. Lots of people are wearing a baby carrier, and so they wear some sort of side bag, but it's really common that I find that parents put their baby on the front and they have a backpack bag. And that works great until you want to put your baby on your back. And I don't know about you, but the backpack on front look just is not my favorite. It's not as comfortable. It gets up a little bit up in my neck, even when I've loosened my straps. And so this isn't my favorite go-to. So one of my favorite tricks is to actually use my son's school backpack. This is a hand-me-down Pottery Barn backpack, like the super teeny tiny size. To give you an example of sizing, kids backpack, preschooler backpack. And I actually use this as my diaper bag, or my kid's out of diapers, so it's our change of clothes. So if we go play in the water at the zoo or COSI or something, we have somewhere to put our things. So I was just going to show you how to do this. So if I want to put my baby on my back, and I want to use my backpack, I'm going to actually use my straps and thread them through my backpack straps so that my carrier is basically wearing the backpack. It's really important when you're choosing a backpack that you have one that has smaller straps and also a smaller bag. You have to remember that the weight of whatever you put in this bag is on top of your kid. So me putting less than a pound because I have diapers or wipes or a change of clothes on my 4-year-old is not a concern for me. It's probably not a concern for you if your kid's 2. It would be a concern if your kid was 6 months old. So think about that as you get going. So for me, I'm going to take my straps and I'm just going to thread them through my backpack. Again, this is a Tula, so he doesn't unbuckle or anything. So basically my carrier is now wearing a little backpack. Hopefully that makes sense. So I could put whatever I needed in here. And again, think about weight. I wouldn't put in a water bottle, but I would put in diapers, my keys, and my phone. And then I would put my carrier on my back the way I usually do. So I'm going to borrow my doll Susie. And plop her on front. And I'll put this on so you can see how that backpack situation works. So you can see here, my backpack is not interfering with my shoulder strap or with my webbing down here. The strap clears both, but it's not so big that it's hanging down here. You can also see that it hangs below my baby's head. So I don't want this to be so tight that it comes up like this. And you can see that this is a really small bag, like Susie's body versus this bag. So again, I'm not going to be tempted to overweight it. I'm not going to be tempted to put in 2 water bottles and 900 snacks for a whole day at the zoo. But this might get me through a shorter day if you're going to go to the zoo until nap time, or if I'm going shopping at the mall, somewhere where I need hands-free, but also don't want to have backpack on my front. I often do this with just sort of purse items because I might have somebody else on my front. So if I'm like tandem carrying, or if I need to have my kid on my front and a backpack for groceries. So then I could put this on my back. So I'm just going to take my straps off. Scooch Susie over. She's a great doll. Now again, Susie's head does not completely clear the panel as I do this because she doesn't have muscle tone. But I again want to make sure that my backpack isn't interfering with either the webbing from my strap down here or with my shoulder strap. I don't want it to be too high up on her body, and I want to make sure that it's a small backpack so I'm not also adding extra weight. So anyhow, that was one of the things that I found really handy. I already had a little backpack on hand, and it made baby wearing with a small diaper bag or a few of your personal belongings a lot easier. Do always make sure you check your carrier for wear, and that you think about the amount of weight that you're putting in your backpack or how you're putting it on. I wouldn't do this with a 6-month-old. I do this with my 2-year-old, 4-year-old, but make sure you consider those factors. Thanks!